I'm here in Medjugorje and I'm with, what's your name?
Linda Hardesty.
Jan Claiborne.
And where are you from?
Nashville.
Wow, beautiful. Beautiful zone. And first time here?
Third time.
Third time, and for you?
Second time.
Second time. Why do you come back all the time?
Because there's peace here, and Mary healed my heart on my first trip. And
How did that happen if somebody doesn't know?
In 2003, I lost my daughter. She was murdered, and my heart was broken. And I've been married for 45 years to my best friend, and his heart was broken too. And we have strong faith, but I needed something more. And so my priest was doing a pilgrimage, and so I prayed about it, and I felt called to come here. And when I went up on Cross Mountain, I wanted to pray a rosary when I got to the cross, and there was such a loud group. I wasn't able to concentrate and pray my rosary, so I went over to a little area that was like a little grassy area that was down a little path, and I just knelt down and I said, I'm not going to do a rosary. I just want to talk to my mother. I want to talk to Mary. And I was just opening my heart, and she filled me with such peace, and it was like my heart was filled with joy, and all the despair and hurt and pain was just lifted. And I knew she had my daughter in her arms, and she would take care of her for me.
And isn't it so that we don't have to perform, we don't have to do big things, pray the rosary, just open our hearts and delight in the Lord. I just thought about that too.
Right.
Wow, Amelie, what a story. And what would you tell people now? You saw my friend, the child died. What would you give people as an advice? Passing the child?
Well, I not only lost my daughter, I lost my grandson, her son, right before I came on my first trip. He accidental overdose, and he didn't wake up. He was 16, and so I was just in total despair. So what I would tell people is to lean on your faith, pray to Mary. She's our mother, and she will guide you. She will guide you. She guided me here, and I'm here, and I am good. I'm so happy. I have so much joy in my heart, and this is my third visit, and I'll come back every year if she wants me to.
And that's the angel?
Yes, and she, Linda is probably the motivating force that brought me here. The first year she came, and I remember her coming home, and I was like, that's great, that's beautiful. And I didn't feel called to come here. I thought it was great, and the friends came, and it was, I was happy for them. But not until I had gone through some pretty heavy things in my life and learned to turn to Mary, and had a priest somewhere say to spend time with my mother, and felt like I had a bit of a healing with Mary somewhere else, and I think that was the first time I really felt like I opened my heart to her. And after that, when the second time you came, and that invitation came to me to come to Medjugorje, then I was like,
ready.
Yes, then I'm ready. Yes, okay, I'm in. So that was her second time. My first time was last year, a year ago now. And I was hooked. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to just stay here and live here. And I cried because I had to leave, because I had to go home. So this year,
why didn't you want to leave?
because it's so peaceful here. There's so much joy and peace here, and I didn't want to go home to I call it the real world, but to
daily life?
Yeah, it's all the
Hustle and bustle.
all the other things in the world that you don't feel right here. I feel like we're in a nice bubble right here, and it's just so beautiful. Everything's beautiful here, and I don't want to leave it. I don't want to leave it tomorrow when we go home, but I'm more accepting of it this time. I know now that I'm not meant to stay here. I feel like we come here and fill up my heart. The first time when I left, I told people that I came and my heart was split open, and like all of the gunk and ugliness was just emptied out and filled in with love and peace and joy, and Mary's love and Jesus. And I went home with such a greater appreciation for my Catholic faith, and so I know now that I think part of the reason I come here is to fill back up with that and take it home. And it's our mission, it's our ministry, I guess, to take it home.
And bring more people here.
Yes.
Everybody says that, yeah?
Yeah, like last year was her first year and my second, and my husband had just passed away from cancer. And my priest said, well, I'm going to Medjugorje next month, you should come. So I prayed about it, and I came. And on that trip there was 4 widows, and recent widows, and our priest said that was the most joyful pilgrimage he'd been on, and he'd been to quite a few, and he said it was just so full of joy. We
laughed.
There was so much healing that went on just from supporting each other. You meet some beautiful people that you stay connected with forever. I mean, you feel like you've known them forever.
It's a whole new family. We left as a whole new family, and now this year we have another new family.
Now we have
so
more.
it's a special place. It's hard to describe to people. It's one of those things that I tell people that you have to experience to fully understand it, because there are no words to truly describe it. It's a feeling, just no words to describe.
And what is now the beauty about the Catholic faith? You said you have to bring the Catholic faith back home. What would you tell? What is the beauty of it?
The appreciation for the Catholic faith and our priests here is so much greater, I think, than what we have at home. Just to recognize that without our priests we have nothing. We have no sacraments, and we have nothing. I didn't feel like I really thought about that before. I think they're just appreciated and honored so much more here, and our sacraments here. I mean, just the confession, just seeing people at confession in the lines, and at adoration, we don't have that at home. We don't have churches packed at adoration time. We don't have confession available as much as we need to have for people to practice, to practice that sacrament like we need to. The Mass, I mean, everything is bigger and better and more beautiful and
so appreciated.
Yes,
here, so appreciated.
Yes.
What is the beauty of confession then for you? You said that confession is very important.
Well, it used to. I've been a Catholic my whole life, so I know confession's important and you're supposed to go, but it seems like there's always been a fear around it. I was a little scared to go, but once I came here, like last year, it was Father Michael Fitzgerald, and he was just amazing. It was like no
condemnation or something.
He's got a gift. I don't know how to explain it, but I think everybody in our group went to confession to him, because it was like no confession I've ever been to in my whole life. That's absolutely from the get-go, from going in the door. It's like nothing I've ever experienced, and it changed everything. It brought up the unexpected. It brought up things that I came here never dreaming I needed to deal with, and but that I did deal with, and left feeling so much better, forgiving someone I didn't even know I needed to do that, needed to forgive, which I know was a big reason for coming here that I didn't even know about, and it lessened my fear. It took away my fear of confession, really, and we were here a week, and I went to confession 3 times in that week. I've never done that in my life. And so then after I went home, I wanted to go to confession. I knew I wouldn't find a priest like Father Fitzgerald, but I just wanted to go. I want to go here. I've been, I don't know, 2 or 3 times since I've been here. But now I tell friends that have not been, I'm like, oh, you need to go. You're gonna love it. The more you go, the easier it is, and don't put it off. Now I feel like I'm preaching to them about it, but it's
just your experience.
It's just the experience, and coming here changed that experience for me, and particularly Father Michael Fitzgerald.
And for you?
I know on my first year here, all these beautiful little shops, they have so many wonderful things. Well, I saw a picture, and it was a picture of someone at confession, but behind the priest was Jesus, and he had his hand on the shoulder of the priest. So we are not confessing to the priest, we are confessing to Jesus, and it changed my whole concept of what confession was and how I felt when I came out. And it was just gratefulness and thankfulness, and I think that's what Medjugorje has given me. It's given me a grateful heart. My prayers, 90% of my prayers are grateful. I'm grateful, and the others are for petitioning for all my loved ones.
Beautiful what you say. The same, it happens more and more to me that I'm just delighting in the Lord. You don't have to do thousands of prayers, just be in His presence.
I'm so thankful. Thankful for everything.
Thankful,
everything. Because there's so much to be thankful for. Everywhere. I mean, in good and bad. So much.
Yes. And through the bad things, there are graces. I can't even tell you how many graces have been poured over me. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm joyful.
Yeah.
And that's why I will be back.
And in the world, I mean, what happened to you in the world? People would be depressed and broken, no? But you're joyful.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Because I know we'll be together again one day. As long as I keep going to confession and I'm good and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do.
We all have our defaults, no?
Right. Yes. We will fall.
But you made the experience that keeps you humble as well.
Right.
Because if not, you get lukewarm. If you don't fight, that's what I was experiencing today. Is that you get lukewarm. You have to engage in the fight.
Yes.
And you pray the rosary?
Yes.
Why?
Well, it's strengthening. It's calming.
Mary asked us to.
Yes. It's just like being in her presence. It's like just being with her. And I sleep with one.
Yeah, me too.
I hold it because it's like holding her hand.
Yes.
And just she's just there. So if we talked about this a lot, we tend to wake up in the middle of the night. So
me too.
it's
by the way, people wake up 3 o'clock. You pray for
right.
The
that is
right.
So
yes.
calling.
Yes.
Pray.
And that 3 o'clock is the time.
Yeah, it's the time.
A lot of people wake up.
Yeah. Me too.
So
always around 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it can be the Divine Mercy Chaplet, but just a prayer from the heart. You know, you don't have to perform.
Right.
Just like from the heart. Huh?
Right.
So it's just I don't know. It works miracles. I think it just.
You saw it in your life that petitions were answered through the Rosary prayer.
Yes, not that I could particularly just name, but I think it's just it's very powerful, and in so many ways.
When I tell somebody I'm going to pray for them, I usually, my intentions for my rosary are for that person and their intentions, and I just think it's a powerful tool. It's a weapon against
Why
evil. Yeah. It's
Why?
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 Is it why?
Because
It's
it's
hard to
praying.
describe.
Yeah,
It's
it's
hard to
praying to
describe.
the Mother of Jesus, and it makes her happy. And anything that makes her happy is good.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it makes us happy, no?
Right.
You can feel the exchange, no?
Right.
There's an exchange of peace, of joy.
Yeah.
Right.
And what is for you now? You have passed a lot, the biggest life lesson you gained until now.
Don't despair, and if you can't welcome hardship, at least know there's a way through it. And through it is not giving up, and lean on your faith, and lean on Mary and Jesus.
And for you, your life lesson?
You know what I have to say? To live in joy.
That's our
Joyful.
motto. Joy.
Just be joyful and share it. I think that's something I just can't help it. I just can't help it. I
I see it
just
in your eyes, clear eyes. Our
laughter.
Lady-
Laughter
Laughter.
follows
Yes.
joy. Yes.
it's life is enjoyable. I mean, it's not easy,
Yeah.
but just don't waste time. Don't waste time on little things that don't matter, and find that joy and live with, enjoy people around you, and find
like this
find
is the gift
people,
now for you.
find your friends that are
and my-
authentic
yeah.
That's
and
what I saw when I
true.
saw you too. You have another
Yes.
gift. You have another gift.
But my husband, through his cancer journey, he said, "You can choose joy. It's a choice,"
Yes.
and that's pretty profound.
That was his
That's what.
conclusion. And that's a contradiction to the world. The world would get
It
depressed
is.
and say, what's going on? No?
That's
It
right.
is.
Unbelievable. And what, the favorite spot in Medjugorje for you too? You got a favorite spot here?
Oh, that's favorite spot. We love the pasta.
The food? A crazy coffee.
The food is very good.
The food is good. Iced coffee. We love iced coffee.
Yes.
And
But I think adoration.
Adoration.
Adoration is that's where I've gotten so much peace and special things that have been given to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you make also the experience that just open up your heart? You don't have to do it
Yeah.
alone. Just open up
Yes.
and let it flow through into you. No?
Yes, because he's just waiting for us to
Open
open
up.
the door.
Yeah,
Open
the door,
those
let it
hearts.
come
Open
in.
hearts, open minds.
Right.
I have to say Mass. Mass has been very, very powerful for me.
That's what I just wanted to ask.
Yes.
What is the Holy
Mass.
Eucharist for you?
Mass, these things are hard to explain, but just praying in Mass, the priests have been very, very powerful, I think, and prayers, just praying in Mass, I just really feel like those prayers are heard and felt, and I get this overwhelming. It's like the Holy Spirit, just an overwhelming feeling, and it's amazing. It's just amazing.
To
It's like
receive the Eucharist, Christ
yes,
alive
and
into
yes,
your-
and
into
it's
your heart, into your heart.
and like things happen.
Well, you
It's
know,
just-
in Eucharistic miracles, when they've tested the host,
Yeah.
and it's heart muscle. And when I receive the Eucharist, I feel like Jesus has given me his heart, and I give him my heart. And that's what Mass is to me.
Unbelievable how beautiful how you say. And that's also for our Protestant friends, that's the closest encounter you can have. No?
Yes.
We talk always about
Yes.
a personal relationship.
Yeah.
This is the most personal
Yes.
relationship you can have.
And to be here, like to be in this, like Mary here with Mary and Jesus, like we're in the home of Mary and Jesus
Exactly.
together.
It's heaven
It's mind blowing.
On
on earth.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Why would anybody want to leave?
And what would you tell people now? Why come to Medjugorje?
Why not? Why would you not come to Medjugorje?
If they feel like something's missing, then
Yeah.
they may not feel that way when they leave here.
Come. You want a little peace in life? You want to really experience what peace is?
Yes.
Come here.
Yes.
I mean, if you have never experienced peace until you've come here.
I agree.
You do not know it.
Well, what can I say? Thank you for that beautiful interview.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you do.
Yes.